Welcome to we are here on a trading day basis between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 noon. This is our Trade Along Trading Academy intensive. We call it Trade Along Live. It's an educational opportunity for traders out there to really focus on trading, banking their money based on a format that we have developed based on Zoom. As you can see, we're able to show charts. You're able to see us or see me. I know a lot of people are concerned that I don't have my shades on, so I'll put them on. I've gotten some feedback already. This is an opportunity for you as traders to really focus on doing 2, 3, 4, 5 trades during the morning session. Trading the S&P 500 E-mini and looking to come out the other side having banked your money and made a profit for yourself today. And it really all comes down to you, your trading platform, being at risk and the ability to manage that risk, be able to put trades on, take those trades off in an orderly fashion based on what we call a disciplined approach to trading the market based on key price action trading levels and Saul Shaul as your wingman. So we have set up this opportunity for 2 reasons. One is that we believe the best area or concentration, in our humble opinion, to trade is the morning session. So we have traders that are looking for better information and the ability to focus, and in this case, focus on Saul's key levels and zones that he puts together right around the cash open. So let's go through the TikTok here. So in this service, we have guests, welcome guests. We have current subscribers to the Trade Along Live session this session. We have guests that linger, and we want you to convert over as soon as possible into a paid subscriber of the service, and you know who you are. We know who you are, and we like to have you here. We want to make sure it's all fair for everybody, so we ask you to self-police and make sure you're signed up. I'll send out to everybody the website link that you can go to, pick what you'd like to do, and be a valued subscriber of this service or part of our friends and family. The way we've broken up the academy into sections is we have a trading class / mentoring course. It's all the same. The concept here is you can go into private session with Saul. You can add to what you already know. You can tune up what you already know. And the concept here is how to get tuned up to be able to come into this Trade Along Live session, the intensive, and now bank money for yourself based on your now tuned up, or as a new trader, your newfound trading skills in this service. So we have the mentoring private class time with Saul, and we have the action, the Trade Along intensive part. So the TikTok here for this trading academy, call it Trade Along Trading Academy, is that the morning session is dedicated to the active trading, whether you're doing in simulation, whether you're doing a real time, whether you're doing 1 contract, 5 contracts, 10 contracts. The point here is if you're doing your trading well, you're banking your money on a consistent basis, that's a good thing. And that's where we do it in the Trade Along Live intensive session during the morning. The afternoons are open for individuals to join Saul in private class and then go through. Each individual is treated as an individual. Saul looks to find out where you are in your trading, where you'd like to be, what you know, what you don't know, what you need to brush up on, what you need to add. And then you come in here to this Trade Along Live intensive as a proving ground and an access point to Sol as you're applying your newfound tuned up trading skills or trading skills in a Trade Along live session. So that's what we do every day. That's the opportunity. Review the website, pick which way you want to go, and make sure you're all signed up for what we're doing. Hey, Nand, how are you? Dean, Edward, hey, Fred, Glenn, Greg, hey, Harris. Harry, nice talking to you this morning. Joel, Johnny Z, how are you? John, Mark, Philip, Flock, Ram, Raul, Roop, Sani, how are you? Hopefully your connection is better. Timothy, VJ, and VB, welcome aboard. So I'll post it. Sal's going to be popping in. He's going to take over. Remember, this is about, I guess, first off, Sal's trading. So he's actively scalping. Then it's what your needs are based on the Trade Along live session and the concept of getting key proprietary scalping levels, Sal's levels. Then the action of the trade, Sal's commentary, and then spinning off into the afternoon and spending time with Sol in private class and Zoom and being schooled based on Sol's course and his mentoring work. Pretty straightforward stuff. That's what we do every day. We appreciate you being here, and we want to make sure that everybody is subscribed, paid up, and make sure the playing field is level for everybody. So right now it's 9:28. Sol's going to be stopping in. It's November 5th. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. And again, hey, Ben, how are you? Step up to the plate. Let us know what you want. If you don't, unfortunately, we're going to have to exit you. And we're getting pretty aggressive on the exiting. We had some people that got exited yesterday. Don't be one of those. If you are one of those, the price goes up. So make sure that you are not removed and that you follow up with what you need to do as a participant and a paid subscriber to the service. Thank you.
All right, good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me all right? All right, let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 46.97 as the market here continues to extend based on, I guess, a good number from unemployment that came out this morning. Above resistance at 47.05. That's the quickest 100 points you've ever seen, right? 47.05. And then 12.18. 24, and then support below at 90, 83, 77, 72, and 67. Pivot 97, support 90, 83, 77, 72, 67. Resistance at 05. 12, 18, and 24. All right. We shall see what happens today as the market is reacting to the unemployment number that came out this morning. And obviously, it's the market liked the number. Look at the bond market. The bond market has definitely 162 handle and flying. So they are really not too worried about interest rates, especially after the Fed basically said that they are not going to raise rates. And in addition to that, yesterday, the Eurozone, which was expected, or was it the Bank of England? I think the Bank of England was expected to raise rates just a little bit, just to get the raising rate Fed banks going to raise rates. They didn't do it. and that gave some credence to the bond market that they're not going to raise rates for at least a little longer. And look what they're at. They're at the 162 handle. So that definitely has definitely increased the lack of anticipation. Lack of anticipation of interest rate hikes, and this is where we're at. All right. So we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Let's see if we can. All right. Let's see. So I guess they beat. They were expecting 530, and I don't know what they came. Well, what the number was? Does anybody know what the number was for? I'm trying to find it, but the expectation was for 530. As the market rotating back up here to the even level. All right, market continues. We got 05 up there as a little level. Remember, these are all-time highs. So, the 531 was the number that came out. They were expecting, and let's see, net upward revision for a prior month, well above expectations. Thanks for putting it out there, David. I was looking all over for it. I couldn't find any write-up on it. It came out of 531. All right. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I get back here a little bit. Let me see. Where is that? 05 above is first level resistance. Again, gotta remember these are all-time highs, so don't be afraid to use your stops, especially if they extend here, because it is what it is. Nothing to get too excited about. We've never been up here before and never been tested before, so you don't know what is going to happen. So make sure you keep your stops in place. Let's see. Consensus calls for 450. Let's see. Consensus calls for 450 added in October as we come up here to our 05 area. Okay, nice little rotation there against our 05. A little bit of a rotation, I should say. see here. Estimated 450 added in October through September, reported total 194. So they made the adjustment upwards as well, far short of forecast of 500 from last month. The unemployment rate is expected to tick down to 4.7 from 4.8 as the market coming up here to the 05 area. Work in this 05 area. Let's see. The payroll numbers become even more significant as the first month of hiring following the expiration of the federal enhanced unemployment benefits. While public health has simultaneously improved and labor demand has remained strong, said a Goldman Sachs analyst. The jobs report over the next few months points to stronger hiring. The Fed could accelerate its newly enhanced tapering plans. On the flip side, the central bank's announcement this week puts markets at high alert for inflation, meaning it will be more sensitive to economic reports in the near term. The ADP National Unemployment Report already showed acceleration in private payrolls on Wednesday, while the number of Americans filing new claims for unemployment benefits has remained under 300,000 for 4 straight weeks. So the numbers are looking pretty good there for the employment numbers, and they continue. And look at the bond market, and look at the S&Ps are up to a 47 handle. Who would have thunk it this week? We were in a 44, down a 44 handle at the beginning of the week, maybe 45. But it knows how to move forward, doesn't it? That's what it likes to do. Can we repeat the numbers in the chat? There they are. Those are numbers we're going to use as a guide to the day. We are already testing this, our 4 level here, our 05 level. Coming back up here really quickly. And just chopping around up here. Against this 05. Again, just keep your stops in place. Remember that these are untested levels, new all-time highs, haven't been up here before. So market is, there's nothing etched in stone here. So make sure you keep your stops in place. Take some profits when you get some. If you're trading multiple contracts, especially in rally markets, we talked about this yesterday. Even though we were in rally market mode yesterday, we were getting our rotations, but it's not our best trade for us. And we have to understand the dynamics of a market when we're trading it, and understand that if it's not our best trade, to make sure you handle it that way, right? I mean, that's what we are here to do, is understand the dynamics of a trade on any specific day and trade it accordingly. And yesterday we were exceptionally lucky because we were getting those rotations very nicely as we are coming up here, continue to rally a little. Tough little market with these rallies. They just seem to have their own, their own mindset. Sometimes you can't even explain it. You can't even fight it. I mean, that's the thing. Somebody said to me yesterday, who's buying it up here? Well, they're buying it up here because they keep buying it up here because it keeps going up, right? I mean, you can't, just because it's making new highs doesn't mean there's no reason. There's a reason to sell it, but we're scalping, so we really doesn't really matter to us. We're just trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows when they present themselves. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. But that's what's happening. And you just gotta play the market when whatever market opportunities are there. You gotta just take advantage of it when it presents itself, and understand the dynamics of every market. Sometimes it's when the markets are going down, obviously it's a different dynamic than the market's going up. What is the VIX trading at? Can somebody tell me what the VIX is at? They are, the VIX is always a 15 handle. Well, that's 15.20 and probably going down to 14. That is low and getting lower by the day. And unfortunately, it is what it is. Can't, that's the market we're in. So everything's hunky dory right now. Numbers are good. The Fed's not raising. Even the tapering scenario that the Fed was concerned about is not. The market is taking that and dealing with that, and not even concerned about it. So it is what it is, and they just can't fight it. We got support back at the our pivot area there at the 97 area, maybe 94 to 97. If we get back down there, at least for the time being, that's also a good change. Let's see if there's anything. I think there's always like the factory orders that comes out. Nope, that's it. Nothing. They always have factory orders that came out today. Kind of a weird thing. The bond market is definitely in the 150 handle, or less than that even now with this little rally here. We're slowly upticking here. We're looking at the next level of resistance we have is up at 12. Patience is important. And, sometimes, like I said, the rally markets are, I said this yesterday, tough to trade. And we were kind of lucky yesterday in the fact that we were getting our rotations off of those levels. A little tougher today. Yesterday's numbers, yeah. Yesterday's numbers. These are yesterday's numbers. Somebody's asking me for them. Our pivot yesterday was 46.58. Resistance at 63, 69, 74, 80. And support was at 52, 47, 42, and 36. All right, the market again just kind of slowly floating up here, kind of just doing its thing. Support, like I said, would be back around the 94 to 97 area. No other numbers coming out today. Just hanging out. seeing playing off of the unemployment number. Market's staying strong. They're all happy with with unemployment number, happy with interest rate direction, happy with everything. A very happy market today. Anybody have any questions, put them in the chat box area. I have that window up and be able to answer any questions that you might have. We are trading mini S&Ps here, looking for opportunities to scalp the market against the levels that we gave out this morning. In addition to that, we're looking to price action opportunities. We'd like to average about 4 to 5 trades in the course of a day. And I think average is a key word here. That's what we're trying to do. We like to average those numbers, and I think we can probably get 4 to 5 trades. Yesterday was very slow. The day before, with the release of the FOMC stuff, that was slow morning. But we had our opportunities. I think we snuck out 4 to 5 trades every day, and then we're trying to put in stops at about 2 to 3 points, depending on your risk tolerance, and that could change if the markets get a little bit more, some more volatility is injected into the market. That could change. But for the time being, 2 to 3 points seems like a good number. Keeps us entertained. All right, market is coming off these these highs here at they got up to 9 and change and coming off here a little bit. Support right now would be around the 94 to 97 area. And just patience and waiting for opportunities are important in this game, because if you just start trading and get yourself in a bad trade and add to it or not add to it, not wait for an opportunity, you get yourself in trouble. And then when the opportunity presents itself, um, you get you're not properly set up for it and trade it. It doesn't you don't get the full maximum effect of the opportunity that way. So patience is important, and waiting for the levels to get triggered and the opportunities to present themselves very important. And again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat box area. We like questions. All right, we're just kind of hanging up here. Next level of resistance we have is a 12. Support right now would be about our pivot there at 97. And kind of in the middle here, patience is important. Again, we're looking for opportunities to scalp the market, looking for ebbs and flows in the market to take advantage of them. That's one way of trading. That's what we do. There's obviously other ways of trading that other people can resort to: position trade, daily trading, whatever it is. There's many ways here to make money. There's not just one way. But whatever our methodology is, and you have your own, you can always incorporate some of our concepts with your concepts and be profitable. That's what we do here on an everyday basis. We used to be on the Florida Exchange, but unfortunately, they shut us down there. So now we are from our cozy basement in a very chilly Chicago. All right, we just came up here. Now we found this little area. We're just bouncing around it. Again, unemployment sometimes, especially with new highs, we continue with these rally markets. The rally markets are slow, and then you throw in unemployment. Sometimes unemployment, you get the initial a whoosh of trade, and then they just kind of suck out the volatility after that. It becomes very, very slow. But who knows? You never know. Maybe we'll get some opportunity as we slowly inch our way up here. I got 12. Again, remember, these are all-time highs. Never been tested before. All right, inching our way back up here to the highs. Resistance would be at 12. Let's see what happens up there. Hard to keep this market down, that's for sure. All right, I don't know if anybody got in there at 11, but only 88 contracts traded there. Okay, now we're getting them. All right, get in there, and market's coming up here, testing the 12 area. All right, market giving us a little bit of a rotation here off of our 12 entry point there, and should have gotten there. Down here to 9.5, so nice little rotation here for us against our entry point there at 11.5. So hopefully you're able to jump in there at that price. Again, we're scaling in to our levels, coming down here to 9.5. Nice rotation off of the 12 area. And we can't be perfect, so we have to scale in. If you got in at 11 or 11.5, you got a nice rotation down there to the 9.5. You gotta sometimes just take what the market gives you and be happy with it, even though we're trying to get a little bit more. It depends on the setup and the situation and how many contracts you trade, if you're going to be able to take more than 2 points out of a trade or not. You just can't fight these rallies. I mean, like we're trying to find a place to get long. It's not giving us a chance. I mean, unless you bought it right off the opening. But it's just kind of just floating up here, staying strong. Hopefully you're able to get in. You got in there at 11 also. You get your nice 2-point rotation here. If you're trying to stay short against that double top, you could be, and then just have a trailing stop with anything else you got left over. So our 11 area, 12 area worked very nicely for us. And it's a matter of being patient and waiting for the opportunity to present itself. That's all you can do as a trader. Try to stay out of trouble when it's bouncing around going nowhere. And that way, when it does come to an opportunity, a level or a price action opportunity, you are ready for it and can take advantage of the situation. All right, nice trade there. If you're trying to stay short, we do have a nice little double top there for you to help you with the rotation. Also, you look at the volume that picked up right around the top there. You can see that there was some buildup of some good orders coming in to sell. It wasn't like all of a sudden they were just orders in the background. They're just coming in. They weren't showing it, but there was an influx of orders coming in at that area there to kind of maybe solidify that level for you to get short, or at least give you a little bit more confidence with it. If you notice, if you looked at the price section at that area there, kind of they just had an influx of orders keep coming in against that level up there, and a nice rotation here off of it. So hopefully some of you were able to jump in, take advantage of that opportunity. And you got a nice rotation here off of it. Not too bad for a Friday unemployment, considering. Support still at the 97 area. All right. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We are trading mini S&Ps here. You have to be patient and wait for the opportunities. Talked about that up there with the 12 area, waiting for the market to kind of rotate to a level where we have an opportunity to trade. If you look at the chat box area, we're going to show you the levels that we put out this morning. Those are levels that we are going to use as areas that we will trade around, look for, be patient for. If you scroll in the chat box area, if you've been with us here for a bit, you'll see the levels imprinted there for you. There they are. Thank you. You too. You have a great weekend also there. All right, markets just stay strong. Just hang in there. Next level of resistance we have is up at the 18 area. I think we've gotten up here to a little bit of a range. Again, if anybody has any questions or comments, please put them in the chat box area. Kind of just have to wait till opportunities present themselves. Any levels that we give out or any opportunities that we talk about as far as setups are concerned or trades are taught in our education course that we offer. Any of this stuff interests you, the goal of the course is for you to be able to find these levels on your own, trade them independent of myself, understand your risk tolerance, because everybody here has got different risk tolerance, and trade them accordingly. All right, seem to have gotten ourselves into a little bit of a range here, and kind of this is what we call the no trade zone area. Support would be right now at around 02. Yeah, right. They do that all the time on unemployment. They just seem to just you know get to a level and just kind of hang out. You just have to accept it for what it is. It's always been that way. It hasn't always been that way, but lately everybody they're so excited about unemployment, then all of a sudden it gets here, and then the trade is just nothing, just quiet. And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat box area. All right, market trickling down here a little bit, low support around the even the O2 area. All right, just things are a little bit quiet here. We went down to 3 and change. We said support would be even to 02. Now we're just kind of hanging around here a little bit. Very, very quiet trade today. Kind of expected it a little bit yesterday. Kind of, it's always like that on unemployment. You know, you get one move or two, and then that's it. Right, market just kind of range bound here. Again, we can only trade what the market gives us, obviously, because that sometimes it gives us more opportunities and sometimes less. The most important thing is to be patient and wait for them to present themselves before we trade. So support right now would be between even and 02. See what also wants to do and make sure you keep your stops in place. That's all we can do. And just choppy here in this little range. Bond market is also chopping around. I haven't seen them move around that much in a while. It's a very quiet trade in that market. All right, we are just range bound here, unfortunately. We again, we like to wait for opportunities, especially when the markets are pushing up to these all-time highs. You have to wait for good entry points to give you a good opportunity to trade. That's what we like to do here. We don't like to trade just for the sake of trading. It's not what we like to do. We need to have reasons to enter our trades, and we have to be patient and wait for them. All right, we are stuck in a range. Rotation back up there to the, well, it's just staying in this range. Well, David, that, we are, I think that's great. And I think that people should understand there's many ways of using levels and many ways of trading. There's not one exact profitable way to make money. And the fact that you can take our whatever levels we have or any work that we do and incorporate it with your own, and that's what makes you a better trader, and that's what makes everybody a better trader. This is why we have this room, because we want to attract uh, good traders, and if we can add to the your repertoire of trades and make you a better trader, that's all we're trying to do. So good on you that you are found a way to use our levels and incorporate it into your own scheme of trading. That's a lofty projection, but when markets break out, either highs or lows, they seem to extend more than people think. So I'm not going to say yes or no to that. I'm just saying that it's a lofty projection, and you're talking about 10% more than a 10% move in, well, we got like 6 weeks. That's 8 weeks, maybe. It's a big move, 10% move in the S&Ps. But like I said, it could happen. And if it does happen, it's going to be a slow trade for us. Rally markets don't have volatility. They just seem to go one way. But it's all right. We'll see what happens. Take each day as it comes. That's what we're here to do. We definitely don't like to make projections as to what markets are going to do. That's for sure. And that's what we are going to continue to do, just because somebody might have a target or a level that they're looking for doesn't mean that we just hope that it does happen and gives us some volatility to trade. That's all. But yes, well, let's see what happens. That's still that's over a 10% move here in in less than 8 weeks or so. So very, very good. It would be a good move. I mean, hopefully it'll give us some chances to trade. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, every day is a new day. We can only trade what the market gives us.